people of the internet. Greetings. Right. Ak90. No, it's not a firearm. It sounds like it, but it's not. It is actually the programming, the key programming thing. So it programs your immobilizer chips on these keys. These BMW keys. Basically, I've bought a BMW. It's an E46, and it only came with one key, which I really don't like having one key for a car. You can understand, if I lose that key, the car is ruined. It's scrap, basically. So, turns out not so much with these BMWs, because there's a little hack you can do by taking off a little box under the car, and this box here, funnily enough, which I've just been playing with. Take the box off the car. Inside here is a square microchip. And the whole idea of these things, you only need one of them, you don't need two. The whole idea of these things is that you sit this over the chip and it will read the codes off that chip and then program a new key up depending on those codes. Quite cool. The only downside is that you need a China copy blank key, which, yeah, I know the keyblade for this is wrong. Don't eat me for that. The keyblade should be that kind of keyblade, but there you go. I bought the wrong one, but it doesn't matter. I got this for like £3, so cheap, and I'm only after the electronics inside it because I'm going to transfer all of the electronics that's inside this into that key. Nice. So I can make out that I've got an E90, you know. Yeah, it's got the flip out thing on it instead, rather than the original BMW straight key, which is that thing right there. Really recommend these little loop things. They work so well. They're really cool. You get them off eBay, like a pack of 10 for, I think it's £1. So awesome. Really recommend those things. Stainless steel too. 316 grade. Nice. Right. Yeah, so that's my original key. It's tape mostly. It does start the car and work with the car. Works fantastic. But I wanted a new key to copy over, and I really wanted to get this working because that's just so nice. It's so cool. It's like a lot like the Volvo ones. So open it up. It's a bit stiff for the moment, but I'm sure it'll free up over time. Put all my electronics into that from this key. Hopefully the car will start. But like I say, what I was doing with this was comparing these two boxes, because one of these is a knockoff box. This one is a knockoff box. I bought it for £9, hoping it would program my keys. That key there is actually a scrap key I got from a car from the scrap yard, and I was hoping that I could clone the keys. I didn't know how these keys worked at the time, so my original car key, which is that one there, I was hoping that I could effectively wipe this key or write over the data on this key and just clone all the data from this key and put it onto this key. It turns out you can't do that. Damn it. Even to the sense of this key, you can't just clone another key because they're locked from the factory somehow with some unique code or password, I think they call it, from what I've been reading on forums, unless you've got the correct coder, programming hardware and whatnot. Whatever, doesn't matter. There's another way around it, and that is that you just read this, that box, wherever it disappeared to, that thing just there. You read that box, and you take a code off that, and then you can program a key according to that. I don't know, but it works. It works. People do it online. It works fantastic. This isn't a programming guide, but if you want that, there's loads of videos on YouTube already, people doing that. And the mileage on this key, because the mileage is actually stored on the key, and the BMW car itself, your car, if you put this in your ignition and start it, the mileage that's displayed on your thingy, whatever it's called, your clocks, dashboard, will then update it to the key, and then it'll get stored on the key. I don't honestly know how it all works, but it does. So I can read this key and it will give me my mileage, which is right there. So that is the data off this key, and that is the technically kilometers, but it does convert it to miles in your car. So that works out as, I think it's about 183,000 miles. This is what my car's done. 4-cylinder diesel engine, 2 litre. Is it the M47 engine? Is it the N47 engine? This is the older one, not the newer one, the older one. Believe me, I wanted the newer 6-cylinder engine, but it's found in the later E90s, but they're too expensive to buy those cars, so I just went with a under £1,000 E46 2 litre engine. So hey, it's still diesel, it's an estate, it's a good car. It's an estate and it's in an estate. Yeah. Sorry about that. Whatever, anyway. So yeah, the difference inside these things, open sesame, is pretty much everything's the same. The only components that I've seen on the boards that are missing is that buzzer. There's a buzzer there, look, and it's missing in this one. That's the only difference. This one beeps when you use it, and that one doesn't beep when you use it. So, yeah. It's just a bit difficult like that, I guess. But hey, what do you expect? £9, you get a nice red box that doesn't do anything. It sort of reads the keys and that's it. It'll read the key, but it won't read the computer that goes into your car, the box. Or £24, which is how much this one cost. I had to take it apart to see what was inside it, of course. See what the difference was. Which reads the key and reads and writes, because I have written to that as well. I don't think you need to, but I did write it because I removed the missing keys. For instance, that's key number 4. So my key number 4, which is this one, I've only got that one key, so I'm pretty sure BMW do not hold the keys for that car for over 10 years, and there's no way on earth I'm going to BMW and saying, can you sell me one of your keys that's actually my key? You know, I ain't going to do that. So I deleted all my old keys out of this box and left key number 4, which is that one, and wrote in key number 1 as this one, this new one. So deleted it and rewrote it in. So yeah, I think that's how it works anyway. We're going to take it all out and put it in the car and see if it fires up. It should do. But yes, the mileage on this key is well wrong. It's like it's miles out the way. Let's just plug this in. It doesn't matter which EWS I use. Where is a plug? Yes. Let's use the old original EWS. Plug in, damn it. Ah, come here, I'm chasing it across the damn desk. Alright, helps if you put the USB port in the correct way around. Oh, that's it, that's made a noise, that's good. I think that's a good noise. Let's see if we can read this by not even placing it into the coil. We'll just sit it on top of the coil like that. Get my phone the right way around. Click OK, and we'll try and read that key. Oh god, we've got a message come up saying error. Okay, let's close the program down and reopen it again. Ak90. Oh, it's clicked. That's a good sign. So let's test that key. See if we can read it. Come on, read it. Read it. Read it, damn it. Come on, it's right there. Read it. Oh, there's no way I've got to put it in the coil, surely. It'll read it on top of the coil. Close program. Reopen program. Key 1. Test key. Oh, you really gonna make me do this? Damn you. Okay then. Let's move the box around and slide the key into the black thing. Ah, come on. Yeah, I know there's no key. Yes. Just messing around with boxes. Trying to get in there. Slide that into there. Okay. Right, the key's where you want it to go, so we'll click OK on that. Test the key again. No, it'll read the key. Okay. So there you go, like I say, look, I programmed to key number 1, but look at that mileage. What the hell's cracking up there? What kind of default mileage is that to program to the damn key? Hope it doesn't write that to the damn car. That'd be a nightmare, that would. Whatever. So the VIN number on both keys is programmed to my car. So if I read that key, which is the one I've just programmed, and then put, that's not the one, where is my key gone? My chair makes some noises, there's my key. That's my original key. We'll slide that into that slot there. Click OK on this, and then test the key again, which is now the other key. And we'll see that, there you go, it's the same VIN number. So basically what will happen is, when I go and put that new key in my ignition, when I've got it cut and changed it, or what I might do is just take all of the electronics out of this key, and just use the blade, so to speak, to turn the ignition on, and hold this key up to the ignition, so it reads the chip off this, and then what it'll do is it'll flash the new mileage to this key, which is going to become that key eventually. Right, anyway, that's enough talking. I've been talking on about this for 11 minutes and I'm sure you're sick of me by now. Right. So I'm going to put this back together. I guess this is nice and working. Like I say, that one does read the keys, but it will not. It completely refuses to read that box. So I will take my leave now. Thank you kindly for watching this probably boring video, if you don't have a BMW. And hopefully I will catch you on the next video. Wow, that's jumping around some. That must be my auto. That's really jumping around some. Crazy stuff. Yeah, I've got emergency sweets and things there. How I'm diabetic yet? Not diabetic yet, I don't know. But yes. Anyway, thank you kindly for watching. My room is an absolute tip, as you can see by my desk. But that's how I like it. Thank you kindly for watching. Peace out.